What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch. And today's video is going to be focusing on a should you summon, should you pull, whatever you want to call it, on the brand new Blazing Fest Madara, right? So the way I like to make these videos is that I like to give you some information, some numbers, things like that might bore some people. But if you guys want to hear, it's not a matter of like, if you're here and you're just listening to like, should you summon, yes or no, and I'm going to say yes, and then you go do it, right? It's more of the fact that, and like, yes, I do believe you should summon on this banner, right? If people are actually curious, like, you can click off now if that's all you want. But the whole video's purpose is to explain why you should summon, right? Like, what's the point in summoning for this? What are you getting out of it? Why is it worth pearls, right? So that's the whole reason why I make these videos, is for those of you guys that are like, I don't just want a yes or no answer, I want a reason why. So the answer is yes, you should summon. Now here's why, right? So prior to Anniversary, we've had very different Blazing Fest banners right now. Now this is technically the third Blazing Fest banner and the fourth banner after the Anniversary, including the Anniversary, I should say, if you decide to separate Naruto and Sasuke into two banners. But the point being is that starting with the Anniversary, which was the garbage banner, right? And the thing is, the banner itself was garbage, right? This is not... Now, I'm not going into my opinion on whether it was good or not, right? I'm just simply stating that the banner itself was garbage, right? It was a horrible banner. Forget about, like, what my opinion on it is, right? It was just a very bad banner. And the reason for that was there was no incentive to summon on them, right? Meaning, like, there was no step-ups. There was no guaranteed. And then, most of all, the featured units themselves, not only were they garbage, their rates were horrible, right? So all those things put together made the Anniversary banner the absolute worst banner probably in Blazing history. Now, that's separate from my opinion on why, like, like, my long story short, I think that the banner should have been step-ups, no guaranteed, keep the low rates, but make other good units on there. Or, very simply, make them 7 stars, and make it, like, just give some incentive, right? Like a free multi after every 3 multis or something, and then people don't complain. But that's just my thing broken down. I made a full video going over that. So what do we have here now? Now this is an improvement from that, but it's not that much of an improvement, right? And the reason for that is, before, the way these banners worked, prior to Anniversary, was that Blazing Fest banners were the best banners to ever summon on, ever. Because what they did was, it didn't even matter about the guaranteed or that. It was the fact that there was so much value in those banners because you had such high rates to pull. For example, if you take a look at the Kaguya and the Madara banner, right? They had 5 units on the banner, each of them at 1%, right? So then you had a 5% chance to pull a banner unit, all of which were good. And now 5% is a very high rate, so you guys got to keep that in mind. Because in other games, you only have a 7 to 10% rate overall on the entire banner. This game has a 15% gold rate, but that always includes the fake gold. Now, whenever the featured rate is higher, it's very good because it skews the rates in your favor. Because now you're taking away the, like, if you have, for example, this is a 0.33% chance to pull the Madara, right? That means you have a 14.67% chance to pull any other gold. And that includes all the garbage golds. Now, for example, if this banner had Madara at 1% and 4 other units, right? Now you have a 5% chance to pull a 6-star unit, and then everything else has a significantly lower chance to be pulled. So it always skews the rates in your favor whenever there's more featured units and there's higher rates on those featured units, right? And unfortunately, that's not the banner that we have today. So why am I even saying this is a banner to summon on? Because based on what we've gotten since Anniversary, it seems like Bandai is done with that. And like I said, whether it's good or bad, that's not the point of this specific video. It's just a matter of why this banner, based on what's going on... Why is this so zoomed in? Whatever, okay. It's just based on the fact that this banner, based on what's going on in Naruto Blazing, is worth summoning on, right? Now, the reason for that is Madara is at a 0.33% chance, but you have three, I'm gonna say 3 times, or I'm gonna say 2 attempts to pull him at a decent rate. So you're guaranteed him on the last multi-summon, right? That's fine. But then you get him at a 3 times rate up on the 3rd multi-summon, which brings him up to a 1% chance. And then you have a 6 times rate up on the, what is that? On the 5th multi-summon, that brings him up to a 3% chance. Now the 5th multi-summon is your shot to get him, right? That's when you are hopefully going to get him. And then of course you're gonna get him on the 9th step. Now he is a unit that does very well with dupe abilities. They're not, like, a lot of his damage, he only gets a 20% increase in damage, but he gets it across the board to all units, or to all elements besides Bravery, and then his last 2 dupe abilities give him 25% damage reduction to Bravery and Wisdom. So they're all very good units, very good dupes, and he's probably worthy of, like, if you unfortunately didn't manage to pull any of the anniversary units, or you still have, you know, leftover dupe stones, this Madara would definitely be one that's worthy of putting them in. Your priority for dupe stones is always Kaguya, Stage 6 Pass Madara, the 2 anniversary units, and then I would go with this guy. But yes, now besides that, that alone doesn't justify you summoning on this banner. What does? You got the 2nd multi-summon where you have an increased rate on Kaguya specifically. I don't care about, you know, the Kabuto is good, the Knight guy is okay, he's mediocre, but the Kaguya is the goal, right? You have a chance to pull Kaguya, and that alone is worth it. Now you go down to the 6th and the 8th multi-summon, and you have another chance to pull not only, so the last poster will always be a guaranteed pull, right? That pull has a chance to be one of these 10 units. These 10 units are the latest 10 Blazing Fest, I believe. I could be wrong, right? But, well, no, because there's no Kakashi in there. The reason for that is because they made a separate birthday banner Kakashi, which is garbage. Don't summon on that ever, please. No. But besides that, if you take a look at the top row of these units, right? You have Sage Mode Kabuto, Minato, Sage Mode Jiraiya, Kaguya, and Madara. Those, and the bottom row is okay, right? Like, they're good units, especially, they're all good units, right? But those 5 in the top are top tier units, right? Those are the units you want, specifically Madara and Kaguya. Now, most people already have Madara maxed out, some people have Kaguya maxed out, but whatever the case is, right, those are just amazing units to have. Now, after those 2, you have, in no order, you probably have those 3 units next, right? Minato, Sage Mode Jiraiya, and Kabuto. Actually, Minato might be the worst of those 3, right? Because Wisdom just has amazing units already in it. But you get the point, right? Those units are what you want, and those are guaranteed units. So you have a 50% chance of pulling an amazing unit and a 50% chance of pulling a good unit, right? Considering that if you break the top row and the bottom row into 2 separate halves. So that's mostly why I think this banner is really worth it. And I already did my summons on it, but, like, of course, you know, I spend money on the game, so I'm in a different position, and my opinion will always be skewed by the fact that I have money to spend on this game. But I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can when I make this point, is that this is a relatively good banner to summon on. Now, if you don't summon on this, the thing is, keep in mind that you don't have to summon on this, right? You can keep on holding on for just a good banner in the future to come out that was similar to the old banners. Now, the one thing to note is that we might not ever get a banner like that again. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. You never know. Like, I'm not saying anything's guaranteed, but we're trying. Like, we made the video, you know, make Blazing great again. Afro Senju is going to try to do something with not only my video, but a collaboration of all the other people who made videos similar to that. And one of the things that included was fixing the banner system. So hopefully in the future, it's not, yes, like, okay, it's going to get better, but we can hope that the banners themselves get better. But if they don't, this is, you know, how we're going to have to decide whether or not you should summon. So based on that, assuming, like, the situation that I'm looking at it is that these are how the banners are going to be for some time, and every future Blazing Fest or Blazing Bash will just have the 1 unit featured on it at a 0.33% rate, and then you'll just have to get lucky. That's really it. So that's unfortunate, but if that's what it is, this guy is definitely worth, I think, 9 steps. He is 100% a top 10 unit. He might be number 5. Now that's, I have to sit down and do all the math and figure it out if it's worth to putting me at number 5. The top 4 in no specific order are Kaguya, Sage of 6 Pass Madara, Final Valley Naruto, Final Valley Sasuke, and then this guy might be right after that. Now that spot is very contested with other units like Sage Mode Kabuto, Sage Mode Jiraiya, Those guys are very good. They're up there. You know, Sage of Six Paths Naruto, he competes for that spot as well. So it's no guaranteed that he's number 5, but I'm just saying that he's among those units that compete for that top tier spot. So yes, I would summon for him, right? You don't know what's going to happen in the future, but based on what we currently see, that's what I would do. And the other thing, last thing before I get off on this, is that the super impact for the Killer Bee coming out will have this Madara boosted. Now, like the previous two, although it was long and it was difficult, both of those missions were beatable without owning your own Naruto or Sasuke. Right, and the thing is, you don't even need to be friends with Naruto and Sasuke users, because they will pop up in your friends list, not all the time. You have to get lucky, you have to restart the app, you have to just keep on trying. But they'll pop up as a helper, even without them being your friends. So this Madara will do the same thing. So as long as you are able to find this Madara, you might be able to beat the Killer Bee mission. We don't know yet because the mission's not out, but just understand that he will be boosted in that mission as well. That's really it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Was this helpful at all? Because I do want to get better at these informational type things. I'm not a funny or interesting guy, really, but when it comes to information and things like that, I try to be as helpful as I can. So hopefully you guys liked it. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.